Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Carson Cloud. So in this video, I'm going to cover Microsoft Active Directory Domain Services. This video is mainly focused on um, Active Directory Domain Service for beginners, more like AD Services 101. All right, now let's go into the next slide. So what is Microsoft Active Directory Domain Services? Domain Services gives you, as the administrator, an options to centralize management. Um, you can manage your computer's objects, even user accounts, application services securely from anywhere within your organization. So here are some domain services options that you can design in your environment. One is the single domain. The second one is the multi-domain tree. And the third one is the multi-tree forest. We'll cover in depth the next couple of slides. Let's go into the next slide. So again, here's the domain service design options. There's domain tree, and there's domain forest design. This is the single domain design. It's just one domain services, and you don't need two servers. You can just have one domain controllers as in your single domain design, or you can have multiple domains controller in your single domain design. The reason you have multiple domains controller is it's for high availability. Just say if you have one and the DC, I mean the servers is failed due to hardware issues or hard drive crash, your user you won't be able to authenticate any users, any computer objects, or even your um, application services. So with two servers or two domain controller, if one fail, the other one should be able to authenticate your your users or application services. So that's once again is the single domain design. Let's go into the next slide. So this is considered a tree domain design. So you would have just one forest and with multiple domains um, and domain controllers. Just say if you have this is the parent or the root forest or the root forest or the root domain, and here's your child domain. For example, this is US and this is for North America. So everything that you manage from here will flow to the top, and anything that you manage from US or North America will flow to the top, and from the top it will flow down to the child domain. So that is the tree design. The third design is considered a forest, multiple forest design domain. The only way you want to do this is that when you have an existing forest and company A and company A purchase company B and company B have their own domain forest, and then you would have multiple forests, something like this. So you would turn on the um, Active Directory trusted forest. So this is not recommended. Once again, it's only when you use it, you use design only when you take over another company. Or if you have a DMZ network, have their own domain forest, and you want to authenticate one-way trust, you can do that with multiple forest design. So design considerations, we recommend it, or I recommend it to use single domain tree. It's easier, it's faster to replicate the data between the domain controller. Multi-domain trees, once again, only you use these options. I misspelled it again. You use these options only if you want to divide the um, or separate the domain administrator. Just say if you have Asia administrator and you have North America administrator, and North America can only will manage their own objects or users computer objects in their own domain. In Asia, you want the administrator to have the ability to manage um, objects in their own domain controller or domain services. And again, multi-forest, that's not recommended. Only you want to take this approach only if you um, want to isolate the DMZ network with your internal network, or your company purchase another company. All right, now let's go into the next slide. So here are some terminology regarding domain services. The first one is the forest root domain, which is the top level of the domain service in your forest. And the parent and child domains are considered, parent is the top level and child is the low level that report to the parents. For example, here's the multi-level domain. You have the root domain, which is 0365.2.local, and you have child domains, which is us.0365.2.local, and asia.0365.2.local. That's the last page. So you can install the main controller in a couple of ways. You can install it from um, the PowerShells or even the server manager from your server's admin console. So this is it. This is the basic of Active Directory Domain Services 101. Thank you for watching and have a great day.